Alright, happy Saturday and welcome to the end of week review for this week, week 3. We are right here, week 3 start on January 12th and finish on the 16th. And we are right here, we have a CY data release on Tuesday. Normally the CY release on Thursday, on Wednesday, but this year and so many change, so that is the name of the game right there. So we are in week 3 and now go into the chart to see how it's laid out. Alright, so right here is our daily, not daily, it's a weekly time frame on Monday. We take a screenshot at 7:43. But we make an error right here where we don't jump in the monthly. We only see the weekly for now. So you can see this candle right here. When the candle will form, then it start breaking down below that candle, and you see that right there. As soon as it's above the low, it reclaimed right away, and we thought that this week is gonna be, this week gonna be follow through, but it did not. It changed direction right there, and now it go above the high of that candle. You see that there's a very interesting right here. The minute it's closed above, it's reclaimed right away that level. You see that? And after it's reclaimed, it's go up again. It build up the sell side way again. And today, Monday, we can see that it tried to reclaim that level. So it's really a lot of back and forth right here. They try to balance the liquidity, keep liquidity balanced, right, between sell side liquidity. When the candle close up, that means is it build up the sell side liquidity. When the candle closed out, it build up the buy side liquidity. So at this level, it looks like right now it's balanced on Monday. It's very interesting. So we better wait, not engage. So let's see what is the daily telling us. Here's our daily. If you look at the FOMC meeting level right there, you can see this level 69.16. We can see that is break 1. It is to the upside, which is sell side liquid right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do count the outside, the downside, which is the buy side liquidity. 1, 2. So basically it's imbalance right there. Only 2 to the downside, but 5 to the upside. That means the sell side liquidity is imbalance right there. So it may come down and balance this level, right? But we always give bias to the upside because people gonna go buy. Over time, everything gonna go up, so it always bias in the sell side liquidity. Just like always imbalance. So that's the trick right there. Let's see what else. Maybe this level. You can see the level right there. Yeah, so it's 1 to downside, 2 and 3 to downside. Upside is 2. So that means the buy side liquidity is imbalance. So more buy side, so it may go up right there. Okay, so that's one of the level right there. You can see that level. Now let's look at the 15-minute charge. Oh, alright, so here's our 15 minutes right here. So where is the liquidity? It's hard to see on the 15 minutes. It is. So basically we're seeing the last swing high and then it go down below the key level right here. So it's just below that level, and you see the huge sell-off on Monday pre-markets right there. And let's drill down a little bit detail. So it's down right there, and you see that the Friday is kind of very high resistant liquidity run right here, right? Retracement, and it's neck leg up retracement right away. Retracement rate, so it's very hard to trade on last Friday. But we see this level right here, or we see any type of you see fellow gap right here. Give us some clue right here. At that level, do we see? And you see the huge candle right here also. It tells you something. Okay, let's see this. This is the 930 right there. This is one of the key level. So the question for us is which level that give us some idea that there's some balance liquidity right there. It's okay. Let's draw some line right here real quick. Alright, we open the snipping tool and let's draw some line right here. So we have some reference. So if we continue with this line, so basically for this we have break to the upside 1, 2, 3, right? 3 of them. Okay, but right now it's below that level, so it should not count. So right here you have break to the downside 1, 2, 3. So you can go long if we go here. That's a setup right there. Or okay, how about this right here? Let it go through the fair value level right there. So that level, what do we see? It break to the upside 1, 2, 3, 4. So if go down to that level, that means it will fall break out. For let's see what is break to the downside 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there's imbalance right here in the sell side, so it may go down to the level, right? And this level, that imbalance right there in the sell side liquidity, so it may go down against sell side liquidity. In this level, not much, so it look like it's gonna coming down. So let's see. Now roll the tapes and see what happened. Alright, let's roll the tapes on Monday right here, and let's see. Okay, so we are right there as 7:55, and we identify the level right there. There may there's an imbalance right here, but for right here it's not much. So, and it's Monday, so let's wait to see. Let's wait to see. 9:30, boom, Wow, so why the 930? You see that? That is okay. So at that level, so the level right there, us could be the reason. So the level right there we have break to the downside. Here, it's close to that level on the 930 on the Friday. So it's break 1, break 2, break 3. Yes, small sell side liquidity right there, and after it only break 2 to the upside but 3 to the downside, so that imbalance right there in terms of buy side. So yes, so it go up right there. So that's the reason why we see explosive right there. Boom, 33, boom. Yeah, yes, so you see the 930, the 930 is on Friday is the key level, and also it matches with this, a very close proximities with this key level. You see that the buy side liquidity is imbalanced, it's more buy side. So the buy side liquidity greater than the sell side, that's always it go up, explode right there. But let's see how it's play out. Wow. Yes, yes. So basically we buy, let's see now. So the level right there is the 930, also the key level right there on the Friday. Prior day, which is the last Friday. So here it is. Let's do a. So right here you see that start from Friday. You see that. Let's go with the right here. Right, you break it upside 1, 2, 3. Okay. To the downside. Right, to the downside you have 1, 2, 3. Gives us. But by the way, you see that level 80 rate. So basically liquidity go from, but if you count it outside, they got equal, so it's balanced right there. 1, 2, 3, so they're balanced. How is go up right here? That's the mystery, right? If you count the buy side liquidity, the sell side liquidity is up close, and the buy side and sell side kind of equal right there. Yeah, let's do a color right here. How about this color? Yes. So that is the Dow close 1, 2, 3. So basically you have equal right there. But the last candle is Dow close right there. That means is a imbalance. And they also do the imbalance right here in the downside right here. So yes, there's imbalance right here for the buy side liquidity. So it must go up. It must go up right here. So basically, it's on Monday, it's explosive go to the upside which just means that there are a imbalance in the biseller query. Then it go and rate it, and we can see that start on Monday opening, it starts show off, and then they use the fair value gap right here in the London section, and then boom, the 930 is a huge up close candle right there. So we can see right here, this level give us some clue right there. Right, that's the level we right there, but we may miss the level because we see kind of, balance. Yeah. So right here is the last liquidity sweep. This sweep this level right there. Let's draw that level to see why it's so explosive right there. Why it's so... Let's save this one, and then alright, here we go again on Monday. You see that level, it did. Yeah, you can see right there. It's break just from above, below, and then revert this type 1 right there. With this seated level, how about this level right here? Yeah, it's break 1, and right here is stay below. Okay, so at least right here we have some idea that the buy side liquidity is bigger than the sell side. See, it's break 1 right here, and yeah, it's just stays below right there. You can count it's break 2 right here, and then you break 3 right here, break 4. Yeah, but the upside only 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's balanced right there. Yeah, but we do see the gap right here. So liquidity go from it already external liquidity, and it create a gap right there. So yeah, the incentive right here is the failure gap. Alright, if we don't see the imbalance, then we can see that the imbalance created by the failure gap right there. Yeah, that's failure gap. Anyway, so we may miss on Monday. Now we go into the Tuesday, alright? Yeah, before we go to Tuesday, take a look how the Monday is closed out right there. So basically at that level right here, we see it's break and test from above. It tests from above right there. So that's the Monday. Let's see if the Tuesday is go back to that level, reclaim that level. Alright, here's on Tuesday, January 13th. This is the beginning of the day. On the daily, you see that, no, on the weekly, it's on the left side, and on the right side, it's monthly. So we see that it's not go back to the level, even though it's break test from above twice. You anticipate it's gonna be a reversal right here, recline here, but it did not happen. At least after Monday, you don't see it happen, and you see that it tests from above. So we basically see the market or the price keep going for buy side liquidity. So more buy side liquidity right there. Let's look at the 15 minutes. Alright, here's the one on daily. Alright, before we go to 15 minutes, go to the daily. So you see that level right there, it tests from above. Let's see if go back and reclaim this level on Tuesday. Right, look at the 15 minutes right here. You see that it's with the internal liquidity, right? It may go down here because it's the failure gap right there create on Monday. Alright, so that's liquidity move from external liquidity into internal liquidity right there. Now look a little bit more detail. You see the heel gap right there, so it may come down. And look at that, it's just above this level of the opening range right there. That's right. So let's see. We see something right here, very interesting. And let's see. So basically we identify the gap up right here. Right, there's a gap right there. It sweep the buy side liquidity. So it's gonna be retracement and make an leg up, or it's gonna be make leg down from here. So let's draw the level right here. You see the open range right there? Yes. Look at that. Open range. What do you see? You see it's break to the upside 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's come down here. It's gonna be a 4 breakout. It's gonna be break to the outside because the sell side liquidity. Right, the sell side liquidity. For the outside 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it can create a 4 breakout right here. And we have an incentive right here, which is a failure gap. So this level is going to be 1, 2, 3, at least 4 right there. 4, at least 4 right there. See that? 1, 2, and 3, 4 right there. So the minute you thought you're gonna make the leg up, that where it gonna flip, and we have incentive right here, which is a failure gap, eternal liquidity right there. So that's our liquidity analysis right there. Now just rolling the tape to see. Alright, so we have the tape is ready right there. Let's see how it's laid out, right? We mark the level. It can come down and break the level so we can short them. Boom! Wow. It's beautifully, huh? It go up, but you look at the open range right there. The minutes it broke and it test from above, give us some short setup also. All right, let's take a screenshot, and we can see right here. So it's 9. Wow, before 9:30. Wow, very interesting right there. So maybe at 8:30 we released, yeah, on Tuesday 8:30 we released the CPI data. So it's positive reaction. That's maybe the reason. All right, so right here, at least, you know, the open range right there, right? The high level, you see that? So that means it break, it touch from above, it can what? It can reclaim that level. All right, so that is a type 1 reversal right there. Break, touch from above, and it can be reclaimed right there. All right, let's continue to rolling the tips right here. So it's not even 9:30 yet. So let's see what happened 9:30. You see the 9:30 right there? That's right there. That's right there. 37, you see that? So what we're gonna do right here? We're gonna see that, you see it tests that level, right, twice. Here's the previous one, right, test one, and now it tests twice. All right, let's take a screenshot of this snapshot right here at 9:30, 7 minutes to the 9:30. So you can see that the open range right there. We need to change this, change the color, make a straight line. That's the open range right there. Or at this level above that, right? You can see there's another level above that. The level right here, just above that. Give us some clue also. You see that? It break test from above. And look at that. It rate the buy side already right there. So let's see how it moves at 9:30. Boom. Yes, so it's really a type 1 reversal right there. See that? It gives us some clue right there. The market gonna go down and rate all the sell side because the imbalance right here. So you have break, touch from above, and then you see it build up the sell side right there. And so much for the gap right here also, we already said earlier. And you see it gonna fall out. You see that? It go into that gap right there. Let's see, it reverse from here or continue. Oh yes. Boom, it reaches the gap again the second time. And that's it for Wednesday. I mean for Tuesday right there. So if you short right here, you're gonna aim at the gap right there. That's your target level right there. Yes, so we need to see right here. We need to draw a, type 1 right here. Break, touch from above, and then right here it's gonna be reclaim or reversal right there. Beautiful, beautiful right there. Alright, let's roll the tape a little bit at 9:30. At one point, it looked like it's gonna make a neck leg up. You see that? That's an 825 right there. It looked like it's gonna make a leg up. You see that? So we can see that at 925, it looked like it's gonna make the neck leg up, but that's exactly the moment it got flipped. So just recap right here at 9:30. It looked like gonna make the neck leg up, right? That exactly the moment it flipped. It created 4 breakout type 3 right there. Basically, you have break to the upside 1, 2, 3. That's it. Sell side look pretty imbalanced right there. That's in more sell side than the buy side. That exactly the moment it flipped. And if we roll the tips, we can see that's where it flipped right there. Yes, so you see that? And then you go to the 9:30. That's the 9:15 close. 9:30. At first 16 minutes, it looked the same, right? It looked like it's gonna going up right there. The 36 right there. 60 minutes, yeah. Boom. Right, the 36. You have to stay. You see that? The 42. Look at the 42. Let's check the screenshot at 42, which is 3 minutes before it's closed. The 9:30. It still look bullish, right? It looked like it's gonna make. It looked like it's gonna make a neck leg up. That exactly the moment that it flipped. So if we trade, then very careful and patient right here when you build up your position. See that? Yes, right? It looked like it's gonna make another leg up right there. See that? So at that moment, you have break 1, 2, 3, 4, but that exactly the moment it flipped right there. Right? That's exactly. See the break? 1, 2, 3, and look like it's gonna be 4. But that's exactly the moment that it flipped. So right here at 9:42, only 3 more minutes before it closed at 9:30. You see that? It looked like it gonna make the neck leg up right there. That's exactly the moment that it flipped. Let's see when it's flipped. Let's go back to the tips right here, and you can see that it's gonna flip. 3 minutes, it flipped. You're gonna see it. So right here at 43, you see that? It is flipped. See that? Yes. It stopped flip right there. Let's pause and check the screenshot. So you now see that how it flipped. The minutes you thought that it's gonna be and make the leg up, that's where it got flipped. It's got flipped, my friend. Yep. Alright, so that is got flip right there. at 43. See that? That's a 4 breakout type 3. So here's our right up right there. You still see that the type 3 reversal right there. Break 1, break 2, break 3. The minutes you thought you're gonna make the neck leg up, that's where it got flipped, and the 930 continued that trend. So if you short right there, then your target should be around this level, the gap down there. The market gonna come down there, and that's it exactly. It happened. You see that it's gonna come down. You see right here. Wait. Okay, so right here, the minutes above the level. What do you see? It's thought that it's gonna be reversed from here, but the minutes is above the level. It's gonna make the neck leg down right there. Yeah, so we take that screenshot right there. You're gonna make the neck leg down. Exactly. Let's see. So 6 more minutes before it's closed. The candle at 11:45. That's where the shift gonna happen. See that? 12. Yeah, it break that level and test from above right there. Then the next candle right here, you're gonna see is gonna show up. You see that? That's what happened. See that? That exactly what happened. So the 12:30. Let's see how the 12:30 end up. Oh, even better. Let's check the screenshot. Yeah, so basically you see this one is a neck leg down and it formed the type 1 reversal right there. Well, not reversal, but the type 1 4 breakout type 1 neck leg down, which is continuation right there. You see that? It break the level at the gap, and just when it above that gap, test from above, it reclaim. It make a second leg down, which is test that level again. Alright, keep rolling the tips and see. And eventually, yes, it come down, break, boom. Yeah, so if you want to get out. Yes, at 15:38 right there. Otherwise, you're gonna give a lot of gain right here. If you go short right here, you get back your gain right there. All right, let's put them all together. All right, we consolidate them all for the setup on Tuesday. You can see how beautiful it's forming. So at 8:30, you see it built up the sales liquidity, and at this 2 level or at this level, we see that there are if you look at this level, you can see that the type 1 right there. But if you look at the level above that, it's gonna be type 3 right there, reversal. Note that the minute you feel like it's gonna neck leg up in the 9:30, 3 minutes, then it got flipped right there, and you can see that only 1 minute later, you see that 41 and 42, it flipped. That's where you go in and short them and aim for this target right there. It did with that target, and it make a retracement and don't go long right here. That's where it make the neck leg down right here. It create a 4 breakout neck leg down type 1 right there, and that's exactly it happened. All right, that's beautiful for Tuesday, and now we go into Thursday. All right, we go to Wednesday. We misspelled it, not Thursday. So from Tuesday we go to Wednesday, and we look on the weekly time frame right here. On the left side, you can see that the level right there is it break to the upside and then it reclaim, break again, and you see that so far this week, the week 3, it did visit that level, and let's see, it's gonna be down close. Oh, it got flipped again. Very interesting. So we see the beautiful setup on Tuesday, and now let's see how Wednesday bring opportunity for us. Here's on the the daily, you can see clearly that on Wednesday it followed through right there. You see that level? So it's break, touch from above, and then reclaim. That's so we anticipate the Wednesday gonna close below that level. It's a type 1 reversal right there. Right, that's type 1 reversal. So break, test from above twice. It tests on Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday it coming down. So that is the daily. Let's look at the 15 minutes. You see that level right there? It broke down. It take all the sales liquidity right there. So right here is breakdown of the 15 minutes. On Wednesday, you see the open right there? It's just within the range of the Tuesday PM, and then it break down. It's with the sales liquidity there. So the question for it is right there at this moment, at this level, is that the buy side liquidity so is that the buy side liquidity is greater than the sell side. If that's the case, then the market gonna go up from here. The market gonna go up from here. That's the question that we are asked right here. All right, let's open the snipping tool for that. So we see the gap up right there, and it fills that gap, and now it create a gap down. So let's see right here. So this is the level that it create where you see the fair value gap right there. So yeah, you can see that the buy side, because you see that breakdown one and breakdown a second time with the huge gap. So that's mean it create a lot of buy side liquidity, right? And right now at that level, the buy side liquidity is greater than the sell side. Sell side only break to the upside one. So we can easily see that imbalance right here, right? That imbalance right here. At that level, you have how many break to the outside? Let's do this. So it's break one, break two. See that? Yeah, I mean the two level right there. If you see at that level, you can see it's break. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. A lot level, right? That level right there, and then the level below that. It break 1 and 2 with the fair value gap. So that 2 level right there, both have a buy sell liquidity imbalance. Basically more buy side and sell side. That means the market oversold, so it's gonna go up. Basically we see that the buy side liquidity is imbalance, but it can go up, but it may go up just above the level in order to make another leg down. So we're gonna continue to see the imbalance for the buy side liquidity, because we look on the daily time frame. You see that it's gonna follow through on Wednesday, that's the day. So now rolling the tape to see. All right, so we continue rolling the tape right here, and let's see how that happened. See that? Yes. Oh yeah, you see that level? This can give us a clue right here. Mark that level, fair value gap, and then it go back to the gap, and then boom, it make a neck leg down. See that? Let's see what happened at 9:30. Ooh, 9:30, give us some idea. 9:30, 9:30, 9:20, 9:30. You see that? Wow, the 9:30 going is short. It's short right away. See that? Yeah, if you mark that level and that level, you can see huge show up right there. So why is continue with the liquidity imbalance? Because it not gonna balance right away, because maybe the more people go in and sell them. So that's the reason, and the high time frame tell us that's the case. Right, we see the level right here, we mark right. We see the buy sell liquidity imbalance, and then if you mark this level right here, you say the 9:30 it touched the level, but then it flipped, and look at that level also. You see that above that level, test from above, and then boom, make a neck leg down. So basically first leg down and retracement, boom, neck leg down. So you look at this level, you see that 4 breakout type 1 right here, and you see that a lot of sell side liquidity right there. There are lots of sell side liquidity. At the level you see 1, 2, 3. You only see 1 right there, so there's a sell side liquidity imbalance right there. So that means the 9:30 gonna be a download to get the sell side liquidity. Yeah, if you look at that level, you see, right? You see that you thought that it's gonna make leg up, that's where it got flipped. You see that leg up right here, and you only see 1 leg down. Last Wednesday, it's very easy to trade. Let's see, you see that? You thought it gonna coming down, but it flipped again. Boom, it's going down. Boom. Yes, so it's sold off on Wednesday, but you see a lot of retracement right here. So this Wednesday, it's very high resistance again than the last Wednesday. See that? It come back. Yes, so if you take a short, you better get take profits early and get out. All right, I think that's it for Wednesday. Now we move on to Thursday. So before we go to Thursday, you can see that we anticipate the Wednesday is down below. You see the setup right there, test from above, break and test from above twice, and then Wednesday it down close below that level, which is the Taiwan reversal anticipated right there. So that gives us the reason to be the bias right here. We anticipate it's gonna be a sell, not at 9:30, right there. Even though that a imbalance in the buy side liquidity, but it continues to go down, because you see the failure gap right there, give it the signal. All right, now we go into Thursday for sure. All right, so here's a look like when we go into the Thursday morning, and on the weekly right here on the left side we see, monthly it still look good right there. The weekly we see that it break that level and it tests from above, so it is and we want to see if this gonna be a tested level, right? It tests the level right there to see if it close below that level. We already see the Thursday on the daily right here. Yes, so on Wednesday it's close to that level, and now in the Thursday we see it likely it reversed reclaim right there. You see that on below. Yeah, but this candle is overlap this candle. So let's see how it's play out. Let's look at the 15 minutes. Let's see, so the 15 minutes right here is the overview of 15 minutes. You see that it is after sell on Wednesday, then the Thursday it just reverse reclaim that level right there. So the London is stay above the level. Let's see, it's gonna be continue. We're gonna reverse from here. So we look a little bit detail in here in the 15 minutes. So here you see that level. You have a gap right here. You see the gap down and gap up. It may revisit, and that we want to see. We don't have any, because it's still in the liquidity right here. It's just fill the gap. We maybe wait after 9:30 to see how it look like. If we don't see anything, then just stay on our hand right there. Alright, now let's watch the tips right here. Alright, then here's the Thursday. That's how it opened, right? It's reclaim that level on a high time frame right there. We're gonna see how it's laid out. Okay. Want to see at night. Wow. So 9:30. It bring that a candle. Let it finish at 9:30 and just see if we have any clue. So the 9:30 it finished right there, and now it's 9:45. Do we see any setup? Well, we see continue build of the sell liquidity right here, but if you look on the overall, it's still in the internal liquidity. So especially you see the 9:30 is in this range, so not much we can do right here. Let's wait. Okay, so now is try to test the low of the 9:30. 1, 2 times is break the low or it reverse. Okay, so you see that it rate the low of 9:30 and then it create a high of 9:30 and boom, it got flipped. Let's see, it going down. Oh wow, it's go up again. So Thursday, huh? Oh, okay. So pretty much in the range of the 9:30 right there. So we don't see much opportunity. Oh, so right here you may have a what? You may have a some setup right here. Let's see. Let's see if we take this screenshot, give us some idea. That double top right here, right? You see that is continue to build up the sell liquidity right there. And right here, do we have any setup right here? Let's find out right here. Yeah, that level right here. So basically you have break 1 and break 2, boom. You thought make leg up, you're gonna flip. How about this level? Oh, this level gives you very interesting perspective right there. So you break to the upside 1, 2, 3. Then you can short right here. Is that right? Yeah, it gives you an idea right there. So right here you can see that it's big. So basically the sell side liquid imbalance right here. 1, 2. 3 right there. The minute you start moving up, then it's gonna be a flip, so you can call it right here. It's gonna be 4 breakout type 3, and it's gonna be a short setup. Let's see how it play out. So basically at level 704 right there, you have a setup Taiwan for not Taiwan type 3 short right there, and it happened around 12 at 12. Yeah, you can see that is at 12, no 14. Is that so? Yeah, 1408. That's what you see. All right, let's save this one. So that is our right up right there. Now let's continue to roll the tabs right here. So in the morning we don't have much setup because we see the way that the 9:30 moving. So we wait for the PM, and in the PM we have a beautiful setup right there. You see that? So it may come down. Wow, it come down all the way to the fellow gap right there. So that's its internal liquidity right there, right? The fellow gap. Look at that fellow gap. Internal liquidity. It come up beautifully right there. See that? That's our target right there. Let's take this screenshot and see. So basically on Thursday we have a beautiful setup on the PM right there. Morning not much, but PM you have a 4 breakout type 3 right there. It's a short setup at 2 PM right there at the level, at this level right there. And the target is right there. I fellow gap internal liquidity right there. So remember, liquidity move from external to internal and then go back to external. It may go to another level right here before it go back to internal. So let's see how Friday play out for us. All right, let's look on Friday. How it look like on Friday. On the weekly, it's the same idea, not much. It touched from above, so maybe this week it's gonna touch from above, so it's gonna close be above that level. Now go to the daily. What do we see? What do we see? See that level, right? Touch from above, break, and then now touch from below. Wow, it look like bullets right here for going to Friday. Maybe it's up close. Otherwise you want it to be follow through, but this one is touch from below, so it's a bullish signal for Friday right there. Let's look at the 15 minutes. So 15 minutes we have over here right here. We forgot to take a screenshot for the drop down detail for 15 minutes at the beginning of the day. So never mind, we go into the tabs and rolling the tabs. All right, here you go. You had a Friday right there. You have a huge shot on the PM. You say the PM, the down PM of Thursday is huge shot. So basically there are lots of liquidity, sell liquidity, right? Sell off, create buy side liquidity. So it bounce from here, and you see that it's close into, it touch the open range on Friday. Let's see, 9:30. You're gonna see the magic right there. So just stop right here. What do we see? So look at it. This is 5 minutes before the 9:30. What do we see? So we see the key level from the PM. It's sell apart, and you see the fellow gap down right here. Very interesting to see if the London level right here, right? The London level right here. Let's draw the level and see if we see anything. Let's go with it level. What do you see? That cut through the London right there. And you have another level down here. What the level right there give us down? It tests from below and it tests. It look like gonna flip and go up right there, right? Because that's where the buy side imbalance right there. You see that level? Down 1, 2, and it tests from below. So let's see. And it's right above the opening. So let's mark bit level. You have a break to the downside 1 and 2 with a fair value gap, and then right before 9:30 you have a test from below. So let's see, it's gonna be a 4 breakout type 3 right here, the long setup. So let's mark that. All right, we have a long setup. How about short setup? Short, right? Short. At lot level, we have break 1 to the upside. At this level, we don't see the short. Maybe at this level, you see the short. All right, so it break 1, break 2, 3, break 4. You want it to be above level so you can flip. So it looked like gonna be a long setup right here. All right, let's play out right here. All right, 9:30, you see it go up. Wow. The minute you thought it gonna make it flip on you right there. What we are missing right here. See that? So what we missing right here? All right, let's take a screenshot real quick. So what in here is a short that we don't see it. You see the fair gap right there? It fill the gap. That's where it got flipped. Yeah, you can do this level, right? You can see it. You see that level right there? Let's do this. And draw this just the level. Yeah. So you see it's break 1 and break 2. The minute you thought it gonna be break to the upside, and the minute it flip you, so it's break 1, break 2, and the minute it's fill in the gap, that's where the danger is gonna come in. And you look at the level also. It gives us some clue right here at the candle after expansion right there. You see that level? As soon as it close above it flip right away. So this can be a flip right there, close, and then boom, it rip. The buy side, and then it got flip. Yeah. So we do have a 4 breakout, both long and short at 9:30. You see that? The short is right here, and also you have the idea that long. So if it flips, when it flip, boom, it coming down, and it's gonna come down and rate. You see that? It's gonna rate this low. Let's see. Yes, it rate that low. The minute it rate that low, you better get out. Yeah, you better get out from here. Otherwise, you get back again. Otherwise, you have to get back again. Alright, continue to roll it. Boom, we go back to the open right there. And boom, that's for the rest of the day on Friday. So let's close that level. Let's look at the daily at the end. So basically right here, we thought that it's gonna continue, but it's right there at the level. So we anticipate next week it's gonna go up. It touched from the level, touched from the level twice, right there. Alright, I think that's it for this week, the end of week review for the week 3, 2026. We're always grateful for the opportunity. We do what we love, and success is coming our way day by day, little by little, in every way. We're getting better and better. Thank you and have a great weekend. See you next week.